What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Guys, I want to talk about today the game against the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. And, wow, what a way to finish a football game. I just got done watching Everything King's video. He does make some pretty good points in his video. He's probably one of my favorite Lions YouTubers because he kind of tells it how it is, and he's actually very, very insightful on his videos here. But I kind of disagree with him a little bit on how well the defense played. I think the defense is legit, yes, and the defense put the offense in position to go down and at least go in to score. But the defense could not generate anything other than field goals, and I kind of feel like that's a loss, at least on the offense. The offense overall kind of looked like they were sputtering up until the last series of the game, or the last drive of the game. And I'll get to the last part here in just a minute. But the defense, I thought, kind of was kind of 50-50 today, at least to me. And I know I'm kind of being probably a little bit critical of the defense. I think our defense is good, but at times today we were getting gashed on some passes and some running plays that I didn't think we would get gashed on. We definitely felt the loss of Davis today. I will say that. He's a bigger part of the defense than what even I thought that we were. I think it was Tamir Whitehead kind of went into the middle linebacker role, and to me, I think he's a better outside linebacker than he is the middle linebacker. That's just, again, just my own personal opinion. You could tell the Lions were feeling the effects of Davis being gone. But they came up with some picks and some turnovers. I think there was 3 that they caught and put the offense, or put them in position. I think there was one actually pick 6 that happened. So to me, it was kind of I don't want to say it was a coin flip on the defense. I think the defense is legit. They got pressure on Matt Ryan at times. It was just a couple of the gashing plays that happened. Just didn't put the Lions in a very good light, especially at the beginning. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. I think it was only 24-10 at halftime. And we kind of started getting some rhythm in the second half, and then the final drive of the game, which to me, there was a penalty riddled, especially in the last minute, I believe it was. There was a penalty riddled last minute of the game, or at least from the 25-yard line on. It was bad. I mean, we got backed up. It was like a 1st and 30 at one point, and thank goodness for a pass interference call that instead of being maybe a 1st and 25 or a 1st and 20, it ended up being a 1st and 10 for us, so that worked out in our favor. And then we kind of inched up, and then there was the famous, at least to Detroit in this season, is the famous the famous touchdown that never happened. Now, personally, I don't know. I've looked at it a couple of times, and really, it could have gone either way. I'm not gonna sit here and kind of fine tune everything to say that it was a touchdown or that it wasn't. But I kind of agree with kind of Moose Johnson and the other announcer there. Well, I can't remember his name, but how can you make that call at home in a big game like that? How can you tell him that the call's reversed and he was down by contact? I mean, to me, I personally thought it was a touchdown. I thought the ball just barely got over to the time that his knee came down, but it's a moot point now because the game's already over. But to me, I thought that was kind of a shitty call on the referees, and I would go on a rant here about the referees, but it's not going to do any good to anybody. I mean, unless I'm really, really upset with the call. And again, that could have gone either way. But really, I thought we could have got some home field advantage at that point. But I do kind of want to talk about it here just for a little bit. The Lions as a whole, as an organization, and the history of the Detroit Lions has not been good. It doesn't matter. I know Atlanta knows this, and I know the rest of the NFL knows this, especially Lions fans knows it. We never get the benefit of the benefit of the doubt on any of the calls. Now, if that would have been against Green Bay or the Patriots or maybe the Steelers, perhaps, that would have been a touchdown, no questions asked. But since it's Detroit, and since it's the kind of the losing mentality in the history of the team that it's been following, except for this year, they kind of get the short end of the stick. And that's really all that I'm going to talk about today. Now, I don't like that 10-second runoff rule. To me, why are we having a 10-second runoff rule on a scoring play at that it was going to be reviewed anyway? Why is there a 10-second runoff? There wouldn't be any 10-second runoff any other time. And why is it under 2 minutes that the 10-second runoff happens? I guess I don't understand the rule. So, but the Lions should not be ashamed at all by how they played today. I mean, the defense was kind of, to me, I think we're still legit. It's just that Atlanta's just that good. I mean, they gashed us a couple of times on the run, and they gashed us a couple of times on the pass, especially in the first quarter, I thought. But in the second half, I think Detroit kind of buckled down, and maybe Terrell Austin maybe chewed some ass, or maybe the linebackers coach or somebody said, let's get this done, and they kind of clamped down and got it done. So, especially with the pick six and the two other interceptions that put them up to the close. It's just, today was and the offense is kind of what I'm going to focus on. The offense was kind of sputtering all throughout the game. I'm going to say that. They were sputtering. So, but overall, I think this is not something that the Lions should really look at as a negative. They should look at it as we're toe-to-toe with the defending NFC champions, and we just played them toe-to-toe, and probably in some Lions' minds, we won the game. I'm just going to put this as a win for Detroit. No matter what, even though it's going to show as a loss in the official record books, it was a win for Detroit. A definite win. So I'm satisfied. This should be able to come over into Minneapolis. I think that's who we play next, but I'll put it in the next, probably the Lions video. I think it's the Vikings that we play next. And I kind of want to, if any of the Atlanta Falcons folks are actually watching this, let me know. I mean, I think Detroit's on the map, at least for this season they are. Now, it's going to be to see if the Detroit can actually continue this trend. But for this year, I think Detroit's on the map. We're a legit team. We're a legit contender for the division, if not the conference championship. But it's still early. We're only into the third game. We're 2-1 right now. Actually, better than what I even thought we would be. I thought we would be a 1-3 or 0-4 at this point. So probably, I think I said 1-3 for the first quarter of the season. So, but I'm satisfied with the outcome. Even though we lost, I am very satisfied. I think Detroit, at least this season, is on the map. So, guys, let me know what you guys think. Go in and put it down in the comments, and also do a like, subscribe as well. And as always, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope to see you again soon. Deuces. Go Lions!